Good evening, guys. Hope all is well with everyone. So I just want to come on here real quick just to do a quick tutorial of something very simple that a lot of people do take for granted. Cooking rice. Regular old pot of white rice. If you're anything like my husband, he tries world without end and he still cannot cook a good pot of white rice. So that's why I'm here this evening. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my grandma's trick that has been working for me all these years that I've been using to cook white rice or just rice in period in general. Like if it's even like rice and peas or whatever else, just rice. It works. So just give me a quick minute and I'll come right back. Right here I have my rice in my pot. This is the amount that I want to use. And I do have butter, the stick butter, and salt. Basic, butter, salt, and my rice. What I'm going to go ahead and do is to wash my rice before I proceed with cooking it. A lot of people do not wash their rice, but growing up it was something I saw my mother and my grandmother and everybody in my family that cooks doing. So it's become a part of what I do. I never cook my rice unless I wash it. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my rice and I'll be right back. So you guys, here's my rice, my washed rice in the pot. I already went ahead and put my water in there, the amount of water I need. I already measured. What I'm going to go ahead and do is to show you how I measure the amount of water that will be needed to cook this amount of rice the correct way or the way I like it. If you do not wash your rice, the water will look cloudy. So it's going to be harder for you to see what you're doing. So I need you to have the rice leveled in the pot. See that? Leveled. The trick. Your index finger. Make sure your hands are clean, people. We don't cook with dirty hands. Your index finger. From the top of the rice, the water in the pot should stop at the first line on your index finger. All around. All around. Once you have that perfect, your measurement is where it needs to be. See? Line at the top. Touch the top of your rice. The line on your index finger, the very first line. The water stops there. Right? Even if you're using a rice cooker, use this trick. My grandma taught me this. It's never failed me. I went ahead and measured. Let me not say measured. I cut the amount of butter I want to use. The paper actually has measurements on there. That's why I slipped and said measured, which I don't do. It's basically 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in. And, oh, whoops. I'm going to put some salt. Now, as I always say, everybody's different. Use the amount of salt that works for you. I just moved the pot over to the stove. I turned it on. I'm going to put it on high for right now. But this is something I've been doing for a long time. And that's why I'm going to put it on high comfortably right now. If you're not comfortable putting your pot on high when you're cooking your rice, don't do it. What I'm going to do is I normally, honestly, leave it uncovered for right now because it's going to boil hard and it gets messy. It's going to spill on the stove and all that extra stuff if you keep the cover on the pot for right now. So once I see the water going down, once it starts to reduce, that is the point in which I'm going to put the cover on there. You may want to do differently, but I'm telling you, you're going to have something to clean up because it's going to be spilling everywhere from hard boiling. So for right now, this is where we're at. When the butter starts to melt, I'm going to play with it a little bit to spread it around. So this is it right here. It's starting to melt, like I said. Once it starts to melt, I'm going to start to play around with it to spread the butter in the pot. I have Nia in the other hand right now, so I can't do that just yet while recording. So as it melts some more, I'll go ahead and spread it around. Do you see that? It's bubbling. And it's only going to get harder and harder and act all crazy. But yes, it will have a beautiful product in the end, so it's all worth it. So guys, I went ahead and played around with the water as the butter melted. If you can see, it's spread. I spread it the best I could. So now that the water is all gone, I'm going to go ahead and turn the flame down and cover the pot. That was pretty quick actually. So at this point I'm going to turn it down to medium, maybe a little bit lower in a little bit. But for right now it's on medium, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it. If you wish, at this point you can use a piece of foil. I know my grandma used to use a piece of plastic, but not everybody will feel comfortable doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of foil if I have to, but I don't. Most likely I don't have to. I normally don't have to. For the steam to finish cooking the rice. Now we'll get back to you. Look here, you guys. This has been steaming for the past 15 minutes. It is fluffy. I tasted it. I used a fork, and dug it up first of all. And I tasted it. It tastes so good. Like, yeah, it's good. So if you follow those steps, guys, I don't see how you can spoil rice. Please just try. Take your time. Don't rush the process. You can even have it cooking for longer than 15 minutes. Probably if you want to have it for 20 to 25. It's not simple for a lot of people, you guys. That is the reason I'm doing this. I hope it works out for you.